and welcome to Book Your Give Here. We're travel that gives. I'm Lulu Lima, your chief travel guru. I hope this episode of Dream Now Travel Later inspires you to travel, and I invite you to give us the opportunity to help plan your next memorable trip. So grab your popcorn and enjoy.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. As you all know, I have been nothing but travel, and so I'm not going to continue to disappoint. I am now bringing you the other part of Lake Tahoe. We had the Reno side of it come on a little while ago, and now we have Tony from Lake Tahoe Visitors Bureau. He's the VP, so really big head honcho here. So I really appreciate his time and effort to talk to us about all the amazing things that Lake Tahoe has to bring.
Well, thank you, Lulu. I welcome the opportunity. Hello, everybody. Yeah, my name is Tony Lyle. I work for the Lake Tahoe Visitors Authority. Our consumer brand is called Tahoe South. So if you take the whole of the lake, and we'll show you on some maps in a moment, and cut the lake in half, I represent and promote the south part of the lake. And that's actually where the largest city around the lake is located. It's very creatively named South Lake Tahoe, because it is in the south of Lake Tahoe. And I'm here today in South Lake Tahoe, but I'm actually in my loft of my home, my semi-permanent office now, in these uncertain times. But I'm here, I live here, I've had a house here since 2002. I've got 2 teenage kids and 2 yellow labs, and we recreate ourselves here in South Lake Tahoe. So I think what we'll do here to start with, just as a setup, I got a short video to show you. It's about kind of road trips. Lake Tahoe is really, really good for road trips, and this video is focused around road trips. It's very short, 1.5 minutes, and Lulu, if you're ready, we can go straight into that video.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Sorry about that. My screen just decided to kind of blink a little bit. So with that, I am, yay, let's go here.
That looks familiar.
Yes, that does, doesn't it? All right, so let's show this off.
So they start off in Emerald Bay. We'll talk about Emerald Bay a lot because that's the most visited place at Lake Tahoe. This is the MS Dixie. This is one of the paddle boats. And then we have a restaurant here. This is Riva Grill at one of the marinas. So you get the general idea of the outstanding natural beauty, being at one with nature. This is Emerald Bay again. And then there we go. There's all sorts of water sports going on in Emerald Bay. There's only one island at Emerald Bay, and that's called Finette Island, and it's across from this castle, Vikings' home castle. So that Scandinavian style castle building. This is Edgewood Tahoe, our 5-star property, right on the water, and you can see it's right on the beach. There's nothing between the hotel and the water. And then we have another one of our marinas, and we have a restaurant on the pier where you sit over the water, the boathouse on the pier. And they're hitting the road again, and they're going downtown. And we have the gondola from the middle of the Heavenly Village, goes all the way up to the top of the mountain. Fantastic views. You've got to see Lake Tahoe from above as well. It's just outstanding. But there's the video. We always have fun trying to buffer and play videos over platforms like this, Lulu. But I think everybody get the general idea.
Yeah, no, and that's super awesome. So I'm going to move over now to our presentation, and so that way we can really highlight all the beautiful pieces of Lake Tahoe, right? So there's so much opportunity. So let me just switch here a little bit, and away we go. So,
okay.
So the Lake Tahoe region obviously divides itself, as you mentioned, between Nevada as well as California. So This beautiful picture that you've got here really demonstrates what Lake Tahoe looks like now.
Absolutely. It looks like that today. I would say I went out and took that picture this morning, but I would be lying. This is above Eagle Falls at the head of Emerald Bay. We'll show you on a map on the next slide where it is, but it's easy to get to Emerald Bay. You can either drive there, you can take a cruise boat, you can rent a speedboat, you could kayak, you can walk. So whatever level, everything I'm going to show you here, whatever level you are, you can still experience the same thing. Hardcore adventure or soft adventure. And
that's super awesome, because there's, wellness is one of the things that I cover. And so with that, you've got a lot of different opportunities to cover wellness through soft adventure or high level activity and, adventure travel and all of that. And you guys really open to that.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's super awesome. And guys, if you take a look at the map that we're looking at right now, there's a lot of ways that we could also, if you want to make this a longer trip, we can actually combine maybe Napa Valley or San Francisco and kind of give you guys a little bit more. Or if you decide that maybe you want to hit, a little bit of Yosemite, we can do that too. So there's a lot of those moving pieces in the itineraries that we can create based on whatever you guys want.
It can be really flexible as well. If you've got people flying in, obviously right next to the lake, it's 55 miles away from South Lake Tahoe is Reno International Airport. But if you look at an itinerary like this, you've got San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, all of those Bay Area airports that you could fly into and then hop onto a loop itinerary like this. It can include a little bit more north, into true northern upstate California, or even northern Nevada. So this is kind of off the beaten tracks, away from the big icons. You're in the Sierra Nevada mountains, high up. People don't, a lot of people, I say, I live up in the mountains. I'm at 6,200 feet right now. They're like, there's mountains. So yeah, there's little humidity. It doesn't get too hot. There's no bugs. It's ideal.
Yeah, absolutely. So that being said, here's another map that kind of gives you just another break in terms of both states. And really, again, lots of great adventure, road tripping, or just being in Lake Tahoe. So let's talk about Lake Tahoe, this being part of the South, right? This is a beautiful mountain view that we're looking at.
Yeah, well, you've got to think of Lake Tahoe as like a basin. Think of it like a cereal bowl. And the rim of the cereal bowl are the peaks of the mountains you can see in this picture. And the land has to fit in between the mountains and the beach and the water. So you have this strip of land all the way around the lake. This is the south, and this is South Lake Tahoe. The mountain behind is Heavenly Mountain Resort, Heavenly Ski Resort, where you can take a gondola from the downtown village. But because the land is long and thin, our town is about 5 miles long and about half a mile wide.
Oh, wow.
And the downtown is not in the middle, it's at one end. But the state line, the California-Nevada state line, goes right the way through the middle of it. You wouldn't even know it was there unless you looked up and saw the signs that say, "Welcome to California" or "Welcome to Nevada."
How awesome is that?
It's a photo opportunity, I tell you. We see everybody every day pointing up, "Welcome to California, welcome to Nevada." But on the Nevada side, we've got 4 casino resort hotels. So if people want that kind of an experience, we have that. They're full service casino resorts. And then right on the water, you can see here on the sand, this is where Edgewood Tahoe is. This is only a couple of years old, 154 rooms, 5-star all the way.
Beautiful. So guys, if you think about it, 154 rooms is really not that big of a resort. It's actually a medium-sized resort. And it gives you an opportunity to really enjoy. You still have that social distancing and all of those moving pieces in terms of, being able to really enjoy and have some beach time on the lake. So really think about it in terms of, before all the kids start getting back to school and things like that, you want just that last getaway. This is awesome.
That's perfect timing. And hotel wise, when you go across the California side, can you see a line on the mountains behind? That's
Yeah.
more or less the California-Nevada state line. California to the right, Nevada to the left. So then we have 2 Marriott properties in the Heavenly Village. There's a lot more other hotels in town, but including beach hotels. And this is the difference. Within the whole region, sure, you can take a day trip to Lake Tahoe, but there's nothing like waking up in the morning and opening your curtains and you're at a beachfront property and you just look straight out over the lake. You can sit there at night and have a glass of wine and watch the sunset. So it's a little bit of a different experience. Yeah.
So our next slide brings us to camping. And so for those of you guys who are into the road tripping, you want to do the camping or the RVing or even glamping, there's a lot of options for you guys in this area as well. So definitely let's have that conversation, because whether it's your family or it's just a couple or, you know, group of friends, however you guys want to do it, I mean, it's all right there.
There's no better way to be outside and distance than go camping, eh?
Yeah.
There's campsites all over the place, all around the lake, and we get a lot of people camping, but then they'll come and stay the last night maybe, or the last couple of nights in a hotel, because they want to clean up and actually go and eat in a restaurant instead. But loads of camping anyway.
Yes, absolutely. And so there's also, the area lends itself to quite a bit of different physical activities. So here we show bike riding, where this particular family is, you know, going for a ride. And so there's lots of places as well that you can rent bikes, so you don't have to bring them. And I can help to coordinate a lot of those moving pieces.
Absolutely. And there's bike trails that are flat, that go to all of the places that you want to go and see, the nature trails, the lake, waterfalls, and things like that. But there's also a huge network of mountain bike trails, easy, intermediate, and advanced. So you go everything from just trail riding all the way to extreme mountain biking and everything else in between.
And that's super awesome. And so here, you've got another look, and you're looking at a hiking trail here, where I would say this is a medium to a little bit of an expert.
This is something I do with my family, with my wife and my kids. This is easy to get onto, but you immediately from the downtown area, you can kind of see it over to the right there. Easy access to the outdoors. You are in the middle of it all. So in minutes, you're out on trails. This would be an easy to intermediate trail. It's not difficult at all. But look at that view. I mean, you just get up high. It's beautiful.
It's absolutely awesome. And so, and even though we still see some of the mountains with a little bit of snow, the weather actually, at the lake, it is quite beautiful.
Absolutely. I have dogs as well. You can hear them.
No, that's okay.
Can you put the dogs outside, please? And lock them outside. There we go.
Oh, the babies.
So they're outside now. It's the mailman.
I understand. I have two. So
he gets that kind of greeting every day. Yeah. So this gondola here, the downtown area, you don't need a car. So once you're into South Lake Tahoe, you can walk everywhere. It's very pedestrian friendly, and all of the downtown hotels that are California and Nevada, you can walk everywhere, and you can walk to this gondola. It runs almost year round, in the winter for skiing, but in the summer for sightseeing. So it's running right now. This is on the Nevada side. This is Edgewood Tahoe again, but looking from a different direction. It's also has an 18-hole world-class golf course. So we have golf courses everywhere as well.
So for you guys golfers, did you hear that? There's golf courses everywhere. That means that we can do a golf vacation for you in Lake Tahoe. Just want to make sure that that's emphasized for my golfers.
It mix and match. I actually go to the local municipal course, which is just around the corner, which costs $15 a round. When you're playing this world-class course, it's a little bit more than that.
That's okay, but you're splurging. You're on vacation.
Exactly.
So, and then here's a beautiful marina where you can rent your own boat, or you can kind of just hang out. Tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, the South Shore of Lake Tahoe is famous for its sandy beaches. We also have several marinas. I think we have about 4 different ones dotted along the South Shore that you can rent anything that you would do on water by the beach or on a lake. This does feel like being by the ocean because you've got the sandy beach. It's not mud, it's sand, and it's natural. It's not shipped in. It's a little bit more grainy. It's not so powdery, but you can still make a sandcastle if you wanted to.
Yay!
But all of these marinas, they're much the same, and they rent the same thing. And if you go through these slides here now, you can rent a powerboat. You drive it yourself, and Lulu can set that up for you. It is easy to do. You just have a steering wheel and your power back and forth. It's not difficult. And you can go to the supermarket.
And the jet skis.
Yeah, go to the supermarket beforehand and get your stocks for your boat trip. You can rent a jet ski. Again, this is easy as well. But if you don't want motorsports, let's keep going here. You can rent a kayak, and there's all sorts of plastic boats you can rent. The next one here, I think, is paddle boarding. Yes. Not as difficult as it seems, because it's not like a surfboard. It's like a giant surfboard. It's massive. Yeah. So it's
and
pretty
for those
easy.
People who are in Austin, they're so used to Lake Travis and Lady Bird Lake and all of those other areas where we do this kind of paddle boarding. So imagine being able to do this without our heat.
Oh gosh. and look at the color of the water. It really is like that. It's like a giant mirror, and it reflects the sky, and it's 99.9% pure, and you can see to the bottom. It's outstanding.
How awesome! So you guys also have a steamboat here.
Yeah, a paddle wheeler. Yes. A stern wheeler, if you wanted to be correct. And it goes from the east side of the lake at Zephyr Cove and goes all the way across to Emerald Bay. Everyone wants to go to Emerald Bay. But this has 3 decks. The top one's open. The middle one has a bar, very important. Yeah. It has a restaurant. So you can, on a daytime sightseeing cruise, you can buy your lunch, buy a drink. In the evening, they do dinner dance cruises. So it's plated dinners with entertainment, timed so that you're out in the middle of the lake when the sun sets.
That's super beautiful. And so, and here, with the mountains behind you that are snow-capped, here you are on the beach.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a money suck. There's lots of free things to do. So, going hiking is a free thing to do. Sitting on the beach with your family with some food that you got from the supermarket, from Safeway or Rayleigh's, and just enjoy some beach time.
Yeah.
And it's really bizarre. You have these, the trees behind you and then the mountains, but it feels like you're sitting on a beach.
It's super awesome. And there's a lot of places now, a lot of the places that are doing food and as well as alcoholic beverages and things like that, are they social distancing and set up all for COVID so that everybody can enjoy safely?
Totally. We're in a phase over here in California at the moment where outdoor dining is encouraged. Doesn't get too hot, it's not raining. Yeah. So you'd want to sit outside anyway. But yeah, the masks and the tables are all separated, limited capacity, but you can still get food and a drink. This is Camp Richardson, so there's a few beach bars. If you don't want to be sat by yourself with your own shopping that you got at the supermarket, you can go and hang out on the beach close to one of these beach bars or restaurants. Again, you want to go and eat. You want to have a view of the lake.
Yes, of course.
So it's all there.
That's the point of going. And so now we're taking a look at a family, and it's a different season because while we're here, we're talking. It's August. There are other seasons available at the lake. So, and you guys have skiing available. You have the winter sports and all of that. So, and it is a year-round destination.
Totally. A lot of people think Lake Tahoe and they think, oh, skiing. But actually, we're busier in the summer than we are in the winter, especially in July and August when you get people escaping the heat where they live. So for us, that's Sacramento and the Central Valley. We get a lot of people coming from San Francisco as well, but also Texas, Arizona. They're coming up. They might stay extended periods of time sometimes. But really our seasons, July and August is peak season for us. September, October Indian summers, not so many people, great rates. And then we ease into winter, November, December, January, February, March, we'll start coming out of it. April, the ski season ends. And it really, really changes quickly from winter into summer. So we'll then go into May, great rates, June, great rates, and then we get into peak season again. So, you know, fall and spring, really very, very short periods of time. But yeah, very
popular to get married in.
and honeymoons.
Yes.
It's big business. People want to have their wedding on the beach at Lake Tahoe, and there's various places, wedding sites around the lake where you've just got the perfect backdrop, and they'll get married on the beach.
And that's super awesome. And you can get married on the beach all year round, even in the winter.
Totally. There might be snow on the beach, but yes, you could do it.
So for those of you guys who love winter and want to have that winter wedding but still have that beach feel, you know, certainly an option. So if you want to get creative, think Lake Tahoe, because it really is a great opportunity. Obviously, the pictures that we're seeing now are pre-COVID in terms of, you know, events and things like that. But will events be coming back to South Tahoe?
They will do, but we're not sure what they will look like yet. Over the past however many years, each summer they have the summer concert series, which isn't happening this year. But it's actually in an outdoor amphitheater. It only takes about 6,000 people, and it's close up and personal, but with world-class names. And I think we have some pictures of people who have come to little old South Lake Tahoe. Mm-hmm. From Lady Gaga, I took my daughter to see that. That was amazing. Bruno Mars. We've had Elton John. Pitbull was here. That was amazing as well. And then back into the casinos.
Yeah.
Some people love them. Some people don't. The beauty of South Lake Tahoe is you can take it or leave it. You could immerse yourself into that, or you just don't go there. It's as easy as that. But it's a great amenity, and
it's great also for bachelorette parties, I would think.
Absolutely huge, because you've got 24/7 action going on in the casinos with dancing and nightclubs and bars and restaurants. But they also go out and do. I've seen that over the years. They also go out and enjoy Lake Tahoe. That's why they're here. Because if they just wanted to go and go to a casino, they could go anywhere.
Right.
So they come here, they go out, they do activities, and then at night they go and play. And they play hard.
Yes, they do. Absolutely. So for you guys planning that bachelorette party, or guys, girls weekend, whatever you guys want to do, this is a great opportunity. So we were talking about skiing earlier. So let's kind of focus on that at this point. And there are 15 ski resorts in the Lake Tahoe area. And so the map that you're looking at right now really gives you a good view of all the different ones. Obviously, Squaw Valley is one of the most popular, but there's so many others.
Yeah, different sizes for different levels of expertise. Of the 15, there are 3. Remember the cereal bowl on the rim? There's
yes.
3. There's 3 of those 3 of the 15 are inside the rim. So when you're skiing, I think it's the next picture. When you're skiing, you get fantastic views of the lake. These are the big 3 on the South Shore. Heavenly is the largest ski resort on the west coast of the U.S. Kirkwood is a little bit more hardcore. And Sierra has more of a beginner family feel to it. All great ski resorts. And
I'm going to flip back so that we can you can see where Heavenly is. It's on the left-hand side of our screen here. The Kirkwood is just to the right of Heavenly, above Homewood. So you really have, you can see where those properties are and where those ski resorts are going to be. And so really a great opportunity again for you to highlight and try different things, because if you're staying in one of the resorts, maybe you stay for a few days, and then we can put you another place so that you also have those ski in and out privileges.
Yep, no, absolutely. It's that map is a little confusing because it's upside down. South is at the top and north is at the bottom.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so for those of you guys, north and south for me has always been an issue, but geography in terms of where things are in the world, I'm good at.
Good.
So with that,
Oh, look at that! Look at that view. Yeah.
how could you not want this view while you're skiing? I mean, seriously, this is definitely something that you want to enjoy, you want to have, and you can really do it. So let's talk about planning, right? So we want to plan for, having a ski trip. So December, January, obviously, holidays are big peak times, but outside of the holidays, coming in maybe during the week, January, February, or if you're homeschooling your kids, you can have an opportunity to do some skiing and cultural immersion.
At the same time, all at the same time. Yeah. Christmas and New Year, obviously, it's peak winter.
Right.
And then for the rest of the year, weekends, we obviously got our weekend warriors coming from the Bay Area.
Right.
But midweek is great rates. The weather, it doesn't always look like this, but as the storms come in off the Pacific, they're really kind of quick. So it goes up over the Sierra Mountains, it dumps all this snow and moves away quickly. So the storms are short, but bring a lot of snow. Unlike other destinations within the North America, where it can linger around for 5 days, and it's not like that. It's short and quick. But
that certainly makes your time really worthwhile when you go up there.
Yeah. Now, you don't have to go buying and investing all the clothes and things like that. You can rent the skis, the poles, the helmet. You can even rent the clothing. So you don't have to, if you're a first timer, for example, you can go on a ski school lesson and you can rent everything. But if you don't like skiing, you've got this. Yeah.
And so, and the snowmobiles. And so not only are you being able to rent your clothing, your equipment, but you can choose the equipment, whether it's your skis or whether it's your snowmobile. It's awesome.
Exactly. And the snowmobiles are great because you can double up. So if you have a family of 4, you tend to go on a tour with a guide, so you'll be with other people on their snowmobiles. But you could have dad and one child, mom and another, or friends. If it's a group of friends, you can double up. It just makes it a little bit more affordable.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those families that really want to get out there, want to remain active and keep that social distancing and everything else, here's a great opportunity to do it.
Yeah, and here's a free opportunity. Apart from the sled, this is free. So we get so many people come up here that don't ski, don't snowmobile. They just want to see the snow. They want to take their family and the kids to make a snowman and play in the snow. And that's a very large percentage of people. Again, this is a free opportunity. They bought the sled for a couple of bucks and they're just out enjoying going for a sled and a walk in the snow.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So this is really a great family destination. So it really is a destination for all. And you also have what I see here is, the beautiful horses, the carriage rides, to be able to walk you through the different areas. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, this is a company called Borges, and it's a family-owned business. It has been for many years. In the summer, they have carriages. You're absolutely right. Goes right from the Welcome to California sign downtown, and you just take a ride around downtown, and you go down to the beach, and then you come back again. In the summer, they do it with horse-drawn sleighs. So you have sleigh rides instead. So you're doing the same thing, but you're out in the field, you're going up a little bit higher. They also do it on the beach at Sand Harbor. So you can just go there. They get chartered or booked out rather for weddings. But it's just a nice relaxing thing to do for half an hour is just kind of sit there and be chauffeured around on the snow or on the road.
And that's awesome. And so as we're coming to almost the end of the videos, or I should say of the slideshow, we're really, we're taking it in. We're taking in the lake. We're taking in the nature. We're really enjoying everything that is peaceful.
You're being
so important.
being at one with nature. Right way, I'm looking at this picture. You have to imagine you're going to smell the pine trees. You're not going to hear anything, maybe a stream trickling or a waterfall, maybe some wildlife, who knows? But you really do become at one with nature and at one with Lake Tahoe. It's very unique. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm so excited that you came by and that you shared with us all of these moving pieces. I mean, again, the ability to really enjoy the Lake Tahoe area, and again, all seasons, right? So it has a mind, body, spirit, or soul rejuvenation. It can help you in all of those moving pieces. And especially now because of quarantine, and we're also itching to fit, and we're trying to figure out what's safe, what's not safe. Having a destination like this is so amazing.
One of our current taglines is keep a 6-foot distance at 6,000 feet. Love
it. I love it. That is so amazing. I'm going to steal that. I'm going to steal the destination, stealing that line.
You steal away there
at 6,000 feet.
Yep. And wide open spaces, literally.
It is.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up real quick, just kind of give me an idea. I think that a good length of stay for folks to really enjoy the Lake Tahoe area on its own would be a good 4 to 5 nights. Is that what you think, or do you think that it should be longer or shorter? Guide us here a little bit. You're the expert.
In the winter, people come to ski and they tend to stay maybe even a little bit longer than that.
Okay.
Because they're there for a specific purpose to ski, and they might ski different resorts each day, but more often than not, the majority of the days would be at Heavenly, because that's their base. Heavenly and South Lake Tahoe are one and the same. Okay. Now, in the summer, it depends if they're road tripping or they're just going to hang out here and do what we call base camp itineraries and use South Lake Tahoe as a base camp and then go out. You've got Northern Nevada, you've got Carson City, Virginia City, Hot Springs, wineries, in the foothills in El Dorado County, and use it as a base camp. So, I always say an absolute minimum of 3 nights.
Okay.
And that gives you 2 whole days, and you're still going to regret it and wish you'd stayed longer. So when you're talking, a little bit longer than that, a couple more days, then I think you're going to get the full feel of it and actually get the benefit of a vacation and relax a little bit rather than trying to rush things.
Beautiful. So we're going to go back to my 4 to 5 nights, guys.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Anything. I don't want you to miss any part of this amazing nature. The ability of just being able to quickly get to this destination from all of us. I mean, obviously you guys on the East Coast, it might take a little longer, but I got to tell you, it is so worth it. So let's start talking. Let's start planning. Obviously, the holiday season is going. It's already starting to book up pretty quickly. So even though with COVID and everything else, some people aren't holding back. So we're, it is full speed ahead. If you're looking into 2021, if you're looking at specific school breaks or things like that, because the kids are going to be going to school, and you want to have that break, and you want to follow their calendar, then obviously those are going to be peaker times. But if you're looking at, midweek, off season, or anything along those lines, there's plenty of opportunity and value. So let's kind of, talk it through and set it up. So with that, Tony, thank you again so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Do you have any final words?
No, I just thank you, Lulu, for the opportunity to talk about Lake Tahoe. I hope we've covered everything to give some inspiration. But yeah, getting out of the city and get into the great outdoors. We all want to do that at the moment, and have some R&R at the same time.
Absolutely. So with that, I say namaste. Thank you so much. Until the next time. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.